Welcome to a new way of seeing fear. Hello, dear listener, and welcome. Tonight, you're invited to begin a gentle journey, a journey that may change the way you see something very familiar, something many people try to avoid, push away, or hide from. I'm talking about fear. Fear is a feeling we have all experienced. It's often uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels overwhelming, like a shadow that follows us everywhere. Maybe fear has held you back from taking a chance or kept you awake at night. But what if fear isn't the enemy you think it is? What if fear is not here to hurt you, but to help you? What if fear is actually your greatest teacher, showing you truth, guiding you toward growth, and leading you to the life you truly desire? In the next moments, together, we will explore fear in a whole new light. We will learn how to listen to its messages instead of running away. We will awaken to the hidden gifts inside fear, gifts that can fill your life with courage, peace, and clarity. This journey is not about forcing fear away. It's about befriending it. It's about understanding its language and learning how to walk with fear as your companion. Whether you want to heal old wounds, pursue a dream, or simply find more calm in everyday life, this journey is for you. So, find a comfortable place to rest. Let your body soften. Take a deep breath. As you listen, allow yourself to open your heart and mind. The story of fear is about to unfold, not as a tale of danger, but as a story of transformation. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Meeting fear, not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Let's begin this journey with a simple invitation to meet fear, not as someone to avoid or fight, but as someone to understand, even befriend. Most of us think of fear as something negative, something to run from or to push away. But what if fear is actually a caring guide? What if it's one of the kindest teachers we have on this path of life? Imagine you are walking alone in a quiet forest at night. The air is cool and calm. The only light is the gentle glow of the moon through the leaves. Your footsteps are soft as you move along the path. Suddenly, you hear a rustling sound behind a tree. Your heart tightens. A flutter starts in your chest. This feeling is fear. It is your body preparing you to be alert and aware. Now you have two choices. You can run away, quickening your pace, trying to escape what you don't understand. Or you can pause. Imagine you choose to pause. You stop walking. You breathe deeply. Slowly, you turn your head toward the sound. As your eyes adjust, you see a small squirrel scurrying about. Nothing dangerous. Nothing to harm you. In this simple moment, fear did its job perfectly. It helped you be cautious, kept you safe. But how often do we see fear like that? Usually, we run. We push it away, hoping it will leave. Yet just like in the forest, fear doesn't disappear by running away from it. Instead, fear can follow us, grow louder, or change forms. You might have felt this yourself, in situations like starting a new job, trying a new hobby, or meeting new people. A nervousness or anxiety rises in your body. That feeling is fear telling you something important is happening. A woman named Mia, for example, felt fear before speaking at a meeting. Her heart beat fast. She worried about being judged. But instead of ignoring that feeling, Mia asked herself gently, "What is this fear trying to tell me?" In that quiet moment, she realized fear wasn't telling her to stop. It was telling her this moment mattered. Her voice mattered. With courage kindled by curiosity, she spoke up. And though the fear stayed softly by her side, Mia was proud she moved forward. Fear had helped her see what was important. This shows us, fear is not our enemy. It's a partner. Think about how much energy we waste fighting fear. That fight often makes fear seem bigger than it is. But when we stop running and look at fear calmly, everything changes. Fear shrinks. It becomes gentler. It becomes a friend who wants to help. Imagine fear as a lighthouse in a storm. Its flashing light may feel annoying or frightening amid crashing waves. Yet without that light, how would we find safety? That light is necessary. Fear points us to what is important, where to pay attention, where we can grow. So tonight, as you prepare for rest, tell yourself a new story about fear. Fear is not here to hurt you. Fear is here to teach you. It is a signal from your body and soul asking you to notice, to be present, to learn. When you see fear as your teacher, it loses its power to scare you. Instead, it gently guides you. With this invitation comes calm. With calm comes courage. And courage opens new paths. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel your body soften. Let this thought settle softly inside you. Fear is here to help me. Rest gently now. Let the night carry you. You are safe. You are supported. And fear is simply a wise guide beside you. As we begin to understand fear's gentle presence, let's now listen closely to how fear speaks to us beyond words, through the language of our own body. Chapter 2. Our Body's Language. Where do we feel fear? Now that we have started to see fear not as an enemy, but as a teacher, let's take a moment to explore how fear actually speaks to us, not always with words, but through our bodies. Have you ever noticed that fear doesn't just live in your mind? It shows up physically too. Our bodies have their own special way of sharing messages, and fear is no different. Think for a moment about the last time you felt afraid or nervous. Maybe it was before meeting someone new, or when you had to do something important. Can you remember how your body felt? Was it like butterflies dancing in your stomach? Or maybe your chest felt tight and heavy. Perhaps your hands felt cold and sweaty, or your breath became shallow and quick. Take a slow breath and gently bring your attention to wherever fear lives in your body right now, or where you imagine it might be. Our bodies are amazing. They pick up on things faster than our minds do. Long ago, our ancestors needed their bodies to warn them when danger was near. That quickening heartbeat, that tense muscle, it was life-saving. Today, even though we face fewer physical dangers like wild animals, our bodies still respond to fear the same way. They signal us with those familiar sensations. But here is something very important to understand. Your body does not know the difference between an actual danger and a fear that lives in your thoughts. It reacts the same way. For example, imagine you have to give a speech in front of people. Your mind might play out worries. What if I forget? What if I say something wrong? Even if those things don't happen, your body may respond with signs of fear just the same: a racing heart, tense stomach, or sweaty palms. This reaction is not your weakness or failure. It means your body is working hard to protect you. Let's meet Sam. Sam always felt afraid before exams. His hand shook and his stomach ached badly. For years, he thought these feelings made him weak. One day, he decided to just pause and quietly notice these sensations instead of pushing them away. He closed his eyes and gently placed his hand over his heart, silently saying, "It's okay. I see you." Sam invited kindness to his body, and slowly, those tight feelings began to soften. His fear didn't vanish overnight, but listening to his body made it easier to carry. This gentle act of paying attention to fear in your body lets you connect with it differently. So tonight, if fear visits you in your dreams or your feelings, here's something simple you can do. Pause for a moment. Close your eyes if you like. Place your attention where fear shows up: a tight chest, fluttering stomach, or anywhere else. Don't try to change it. Just feel it. Take a slow, gentle breath, imagining breathing into that part of your body. This attention is like a soft hug to the part of you that is scared. You might find that fear is less heavy and feels lighter, softer once you listen. Remember, Fear's physical feelings are the body's way of communicating with you, asking for care and kindness. By tuning into your body's language, fear becomes less mysterious and more clear. Sometimes the fear is saying, "Be careful here." Other times it says, "Get ready." Or maybe, "This part of you needs healing." As you lie here now, invite your breath to flow peacefully through your body. If fear is present, welcome it gently, like an old friend. Say quietly in your heart, "You are safe here." Know that every part of you, mind, body, and soul, is ready to listen and heal. Fear is talking to you through your body. And when you let yourself listen, a new doorway opens to calm, wisdom, and peace. Now that we know how fear shows up in our body, let's discover the hidden gifts that this powerful emotion carries, waiting patiently to be unwrapped. Chapter 3: The Gift Inside Fear. We've begun to understand fear as a visitor and to listen to our body's language when fear knocks on the door. Now, let's explore something truly special, the secret gift that hides inside fear. Fear can feel heavy and uncomfortable, even overwhelming. But if we look closely, with gentle curiosity, we discover that fear always brings a message, a lesson wrapped in a gift, waiting for us to unwrap. Imagine a small child learning to walk. Each step is scary because the child might fall. Fear feels very big to the child, the fear of falling and getting hurt. But that fear is also the child's mind telling them to be careful. It's the body's way of saying, "Pay attention, tread safely." Without that fear, the child might run without care and get hurt more seriously. Fear teaches the child balance, strength, and courage. We are much like that child. Fear helps us grow stronger, braver, and wiser. Let me share a story. There was a man named David who dreamed of becoming an artist. But every time he thought about sharing his art, fear whispered, "What if people laugh? What if you fail?" David almost gave up. But one day, he decided to ask his fear, "What are you really trying to tell me?" And surprisingly, the fear answered in a quiet voice, "I want you to prepare, to do your best, and to care about your work." David realized fear was not trying to stop him, but protect him. So, he practiced painting every day, slowly building his skills and confidence. Each time fear showed up, David welcomed it as a helpful guide, reminding him to focus, to improve, to be sincere. Because of this, David's art blossomed, and eventually, he shared it proudly with the world. Through this story, you can see fear's real role. Fear is not a barrier. It's a bridge leading you across the river of uncertainty to the other side where your dreams wait. Fear can feel like a storm, but inside the storm is rain that helps new flowers grow. Next time you feel fear rising, try this. Ask yourself softly, what is the gift in this fear? What is it trying to teach me? Is it urging me to be more careful? Is it reminding me to prepare? Or is it asking me to face a truth I have been avoiding? When you welcome fear this way, it stops being something to resist. It becomes a valuable friend guiding your way. Remember, without fear, many people never take the first step toward their dreams. Fear wakes up courage. It brings your attention to what matters most. So don't wish fear away. Invite it to speak. Listen to its message. And with each breath, receive the gift fear brings. Tonight, as you lie here resting, imagine fear as a wise teacher sitting beside you. Feel its presence not as a threat, but as a guide sharing secrets. Breathe peacefully, open your heart, and allow the gift inside fear to fill you with calm strength. You are learning, you are growing, and each fear you face brings you closer to the life you truly desire. Rest now with this thought. You are safe, you are loved, and fear is helping you on your journey. Having uncovered the treasures within fear, it's time to explore how our mind shapes fear through the stories we tell ourselves, and how we can rewrite those stories with kindness. Chapter 4: Fear and the Stories We Tell Ourselves. So far, we have met fear as a teacher, learned to listen to our bodies, and even discovered the gift hiding inside fear. Now, let's explore another important part of this journey: how fear lives in the stories we tell ourselves. Most of the time, fear feels big and scary because of the stories our minds create. When you feel afraid, your mind might say things like, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," or "something bad will happen." These stories can make fear feel bigger than it really is. But here's a gentle truth: fear is often just a story your mind tells you to try to keep you safe. Imagine a young woman named Anna. Anna was afraid to speak up in her school class. Her mind told her a story. "If I speak, I'll say something wrong. Everyone will laugh at me." This story made Anna's fear grow very strong. But one day, Anna began to ask, "Is this story true? What if it's just my mind imagining the worst?" She took a deep breath and tried to think of a different story. Maybe people want to hear what I say. Maybe it's okay not to be perfect. Slowly, Anna started to see her fear differently. She still felt nervous, but the story behind it changed, and so did how she felt. We all tell ourselves stories about fear. Maybe about work, family, relationships, or the future. When we realize that these stories are just thoughts, not facts, we begin to loosen fear's grip. Try this as you relax now. When a fearful thought comes, ask yourself gently, "Is this story really true? Or is it just my mind imagining?" And then try to think a kinder, quieter story like, "I am enough as I am. It is okay to make mistakes. I can handle whatever comes." These simple words start to soften fear's hold. They remind you that fear is just a part of your mind, and you have the power to choose which story you want to listen to. Remember, fear itself is just energy and information. The stories are what give it shape and sound. You don't have to believe every fearful story your mind tells. Tonight, as you breathe slowly and relax, invite yourself to notice these stories without judgment. Watch them come and go like clouds in the sky. See if you can whisper to your mind, "Thank you for sharing, but I choose a different story now." With practice, this gentle choice becomes easier, and fear's voice grows quieter. Your heart feels lighter. Your mind feels calmer. You are learning to be the author of your own story. And in this new story, fear is no longer a frightening monster. It is a messenger, a teacher, a friend. Rest now with this gentle knowing in your heart. You are safe. You are strong. And the stories you tell yourself can help you grow into the person you want to be. With a new awareness of the stories that give fear its shape, let's take a gentle step forward and learn how to welcome fear as a true friend along our journey. Chapter 5: Fear as Your Friend. How to Welcome Fear. We've journeyed through understanding fear as a teacher, listening to our body, discovering the gift inside fear, and noticing the stories that shape it. Now let's take a gentle step deeper. How can we actually welcome fear, turning it from a stranger or enemy into a true friend? It might sound strange at first to welcome fear. After all, fear is often uncomfortable, sometimes even painful. But imagine what would happen if every time fear showed up, instead of pushing it away or running from it, you greeted it like a friend knocking softly on your door. Let me share a simple way you can do this. The next time fear visits, real or imagined, try these steps. First, stop what you are doing. Take a slow, deep breath. Then, softly say inside your mind or heart, "I see you, fear. Thank you for coming." This simple greeting creates space for fear. It doesn't mean your fear suddenly disappears. It means you are no longer fighting it. You are letting it be there, speaking its message. Next, gently ask, "What are you trying to tell me?" Maybe the answer won't come right away, and that's okay. Sometimes fear only needs to feel seen and heard. Imagine a friend is sad and wants to talk. You don't rush them. You listen quietly, with kindness. Fear deserves the same kindness. Take another deep breath now. Feel your body soften. Say to yourself, "Fear is my friend. It shows me where to pay attention." A woman named Emily used to feel panic whenever she thought about her future. She would avoid those thoughts, hoping fear would just disappear. But Emily noticed that fear only grew stronger this way. Then she tried something different. When fear arrived, she took a moment for this gentle greeting. "I see you, fear. Thank you." She asked what fear wanted to teach. Over time, the panic didn't disappear completely, but it softened into a quiet guide. Emily learned when to listen, when to prepare, and when to trust herself. By welcoming fear, Emily found peace she never imagined possible. You too can practice this tonight. As you rest, when fear or any uneasy feeling arises, meet it with this kindness. You don't have to fix the fear or make it stop. Just acknowledge it. Thank it for its message. This simple practice changes your relationship with fear. It makes fear appear less often. It makes fear less loud. It turns fear from a monster under the bed into a wise friend beside you. And remember, you are safe. You are brave. And you have the power to welcome all parts of you, even fear. So now take a deep breath. Feel the calm spreading through you. Softly say, "Fear is my friend." Rest with this truth. Allow kindness and peace to hold you as you drift into sleep. You are enough. You are safe. And you are loved. As we open our hearts to greet fear as a friend, we will soon realize why fear never fully leaves us and how that is part of the natural rhythm of life. Chapter 6. Why fear never truly disappears. So far, you have learned how to meet fear, listen to your body, find its gift, understand your stories, and welcome fear as a friend. Now, let's gently explore something important, the idea that fear never truly goes away. You might wonder, if I learn to befriend fear, will it ever leave me completely? Will I be free from it forever? The answer is simple and kind. Fear is part of life's journey. It doesn't fully disappear. And that's okay. Think about the rhythms of nature, the changing seasons, the rising and setting sun. Just as spring follows winter and night blooms into day, fear has its own natural place in the rhythm of your life. Fear arises and passes, like waves on the sea. Sometimes the waves are gentle. Sometimes they're strong and crashing. And just like the sea, your experience of fear will ebb and flow. This does not mean that you are stuck or powerless. It means fear is a natural companion on the path of growth. Imagine a skilled surfer on the ocean. The waves don't stop coming, but the surfer learns to ride them with grace. The surfer does not fight the waves, but moves smoothly with them. You too can learn to ride the waves of fear. By welcoming fear, listening to its lessons, and responding with kindness, you become the surfer of your own inner sea. Fear becomes less overwhelming. It no longer controls your actions or steals your peace. Instead, fear is a messenger carrying important signals, alerts to pay attention, moments to prepare, chances to grow. Without fear, many of life's richest experiences would be lost. Think about the thrill of doing something new, like learning to dance or speaking in front of a group. There is often a touch of fear, a flutter of nervousness. But this fear also makes the experience more alive and meaningful. It wakes up your courage and focus. So, the goal is not to eliminate fear. That would be like trying to banish the night or stop the waves. The goal is to change how you relate to fear. To see fear as a natural part of being human, a part that shows up to help you, not hurt you. Knowing that fear will come and go allows you to prepare your heart and mind. You become more patient with yourself when fear appears. You learn to breathe through it, to soften your body, and to listen. And in this gentle rhythm, your life becomes richer and more peaceful. Tonight, as you settle down to rest, imagine fear as a wave coming to shore. Watch it rise, reach its peak, and then slowly fall back into the ocean. Feel your body relaxed and steady as you watch this flow. You are safe. You are strong. You are learning to dance with fear's waves with grace and ease. Breathe deeply. Feel peace washing over you. And know that fear's presence is part of your beautiful, unfolding journey. Rest now. The ocean is calm. The night is gentle. And you are exactly where you need to be. Understanding the ebb and flow of fear, let's now look deeper into the connection between fear and your soul's grand and beautiful journey. Chapter 7. Fear and Your Soul's Journey. Welcome back, dear listener. By now, you've begun to see fear not as a foe, but as a teacher and guide. You've learned that fear speaks through your body, has hidden gifts, and weaves itself into the stories your mind tells. You've also discovered that fear doesn't truly disappear, but flows through life like the ocean's waves. Now, let's take a deeper look into the connection between fear and your soul's journey. Have you ever wondered why fear exists in the first place? Why, in this life that offers love, joy, and wonder, does fear also join the dance? To answer this question, we must step back and see life as a whole, not just the handful of years we live here on earth, but the greater journey of your soul. You are not just this body, this name, or the stories you tell yourself. You are something much more, a being of light, love, and endless energy. Before this life, your soul made the brave and beautiful decision to come here, to leave the infinite comfort and peace of the universe, and step into the adventure of being human. Why would your soul choose this? Because this earthly life is one of the richest places to learn, to grow, to experience. It is a playground of emotions and contrasts, a place where you can meet challenges and discover your inner strength. Fear is part of this earthly experience, because without it, far fewer lessons would be possible. Think of fear as the fire that tests and refines you, shaping you into something stronger and wiser. It's like a pebble tossed into a stream. At first, the water's pressure tumbles the pebble around, creating sharp edges. But over time, that water smooths and polishes the pebble until it becomes something beautiful and rounded. Fear for your soul is like that water, polishing you, guiding you toward your highest self. Let me share a story. There was a man named Ravi who always played life safe. He avoided risks, avoided his dreams, avoided anything that scared him. But deep inside, he felt stuck, heavy, and frustrated. One day, Ravi had a dream. In this dream, he saw his soul sitting by a river, looking at his reflection. His soul said, "Why are you hiding? I chose this life so you could experience more than safety. I chose this life so you could experience the adventure of growth." When Ravi woke up, he realized he had been trying to escape the very experiences his soul came here to learn from. Fear had been knocking on his door all these years, not to scare him, but to invite him to grow. What about you? Can you imagine that the fear you feel is also an invitation? It may not feel this way at first. Fear often feels like stumbling into a dark room. But as you pause, adjust your eyes, and breathe, you begin to see the shapes in the room. Things like courage, resilience, and wisdom waiting for you to claim them. Your soul understands this. It knows that fear is part of the journey. That is why fear is not carried with you beyond this life. When your time here is complete, your higher self releases the denser emotions like fear and keeps only the lessons and memories, pure and light. But while you're here on earth, fear is a companion that whispers, "There is more for you to see. There is strength and growth waiting on the other side." Think about something you are scared of right now. Maybe it's a decision you need to make or a dream you've been hesitating to pursue. Ask yourself softly, what if this fear is here to guide me? What if this fear is showing me a hidden part of my soul's journey? Fear is not a roadblock. It's a signpost. And when you learn to see it this way, it changes how you walk through life. Even in moments of discomfort, you understand that your soul has chosen this experience for a reason. Like a traveler climbing a mountain, the climb may feel hard, but the view from the top makes every step worthwhile. Tonight, as you rest, think of yourself as this traveler. The moments of fear along the way are not mistakes. They are part of your soul's chosen path. Breathe into this thought. Let the gentle knowing wash over you. My fear is here to guide me. My soul chose this journey to learn and grow. I am exactly where I need to be. Let this truth bring peace to your mind and body. You are safe. You are loved. And your soul is walking beside you, every step of the way, cheering you onward. Stay with this calm knowing as you drift off to sleep. With this soul-level perspective, we can see how fear plays a vital role in helping you move closer to your dreams and how it motivates you to become the person you're meant to be. Chapter 8: How Fear Helps You Create Your Dream Life. As we journey deeper, let's take a moment to reflect on something profound: how fear can lead you toward the life of your dreams. It may seem surprising, even strange, to think of fear as something that can help you create your ideal world. After all, we often associate fear with things like failure, pain, or frustration. But here's a beautiful truth. Fear is deeply connected to your dreams because it stands guard at the gates of everything truly important to you. Take a moment to ask yourself softly, what is my biggest dream? What is the life I secretly long to live? Maybe it's starting a business, or creating art that moves people, or having the courage to love deeply, without hesitation. Maybe it's something simpler, like living peacefully or fully embracing who you are. Now, think about the fears that rise when you imagine pursuing that dream. What shows up? Fear of failure? Fear of being judged? Fear of making mistakes? Or perhaps it's the fear of leaving behind the comfortable and familiar, even if it no longer inspires you. Fear often feels loudest when you stand closest to the things that matter most in your life. But instead of seeing fear as a sign to stop, what if you saw it as a sign to start? Let me tell you about Lisa. Lisa loved baking. It made her heart happy. She dreamed of opening her own little bakery, a place where people could sip coffee, laugh, and enjoy the warmth of her creations. But every time she thought about starting, fear would step in and whisper, what if you fail? What if no one comes? What if you're not good enough? For years, those fears kept Lisa stuck, too afraid to even try. But one day, Lisa decided to listen to fear in a new way. She asked softly, why are you here? What do you really want me to know? And in that quiet moment, she realized fear wasn't there to stop her. It was urging her to prepare, to take small steps forward. Fear was highlighting the areas where she needed to grow, her confidence, her planning, her trust in herself. So, Lisa began. She started small, baking for friends and local events. Slowly, her confidence grew, and so did her belief in her dream. Years later, Lisa opened her bakery, and it became a place of warmth and love, just as she had envisioned. Without fear, Lisa might never have taken those steps. Fear helped her grow into the person who could hold her dream. You, too, can use fear as a guide for your dreams. Here's how. When fear rises, don't push it away. Ask it gently. What are you trying to show me? What steps do I need to take? What can I learn here? Fear often shows us where we are stepping outside our comfort zone, and as you might know, all growth happens outside that zone. Fear reminds you that this moment matters, that you are moving towards something meaningful. Imagine your dream as a door and fear as the key. Without meeting fear, you cannot open the door and step into your vision of life. Many people shy away from their dreams because fear feels overwhelming. But remember, fear is not here to stop you. It's here to prepare you, to guide you, to make you stronger than you ever imagined. Take a moment to think about what you are truly afraid of. Maybe it's the fear of failure. If so, ask yourself, what can I learn from failure? Can failure be a stepping stone instead of an ending? Or maybe it's the fear of judgment. If so, ask yourself, does the opinion of others matter more than my own happiness? Would I feel regret if I never tried? Every fear has within it a question to help guide you forward. Every fear carries wisdom. Tonight, as you relax, let yourself imagine the life you dream of. Picture it vividly. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who is with you? What brings you joy? As you hold this vision, notice where fear arises. Breathe into it. Gently say, "Thank you, fear, for guiding me. Thank you for showing me what I need to learn." Feel your body relax as you welcome both the dream and the fear together, knowing they are not opposites. They are partners. Your dream and your fear are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. Let this truth settle deeply in your heart. I can use my fear to guide me to my dream. Breathe slowly, further into calmness. Imagine yourself walking toward your dream with fear beside you, not as an obstacle, but as a trusted companion. The path may not always feel easy, but it will always be worth it. Rest gently in this knowing. You are safe. You are strong. Your dreams are within reach. And fear is here to help you grow into the person who can hold those dreams fully. Rest now, dear listener. Your life is unfolding in perfect time. As we learn how fear leads us toward our dreams, let's step back and listen to the universe's loving message hidden within fear's gentle reminders. Chapter 9. The universe's loving message through fear. As we near the end of this journey, let's take a moment to step back and look at fear from a higher perspective, a perspective that connects fear to something greater, something universal. Have you ever wondered why certain fears keep returning to your life? Maybe a particular fear shows up when you face a big decision, or when you're about to step into the unknown. Or perhaps the same types of challenges repeat themselves, almost as though life is trying to communicate something to you. This is no coincidence. Fear is not random. It's not here to torment you. Instead, fear is part of something much bigger. It's one of the ways the universe speaks to you. Think about this for a moment. The universe is constantly working for you, always guiding you toward your highest good, your greatest joy, and your deepest growth. And fear, though it may feel uncomfortable, is one of the universe's messengers. Imagine a teacher in a classroom. When you don't understand something, the teacher will ask you questions, gently at first. But if you keep ignoring the lesson, their voice may grow louder. Not because they want to punish you, but because they want you to understand and succeed. Fear works in the same way. When something in your life keeps triggering fear, whether it's a fear of rejection, failure, or stepping into the unknown, it's often because the universe is asking you to pay attention. It wants you to notice something you haven't fully acknowledged yet. There may be healing that needs to happen or a step you are being urged to take. Let's imagine Jake, a young man who dreamed of starting his own business. For years, Every time he thought about taking the first step, fear would flood in. What if I fail? What if I lose everything? This same fear kept repeating itself, day after day, month after month. Jake tried to push it down, distract himself, even ignore it entirely. Yet the fear only grew. It felt heavier, louder, harder to escape. Until one evening, sitting quietly, Jake finally asked his fear, "What are you here to teach me?" And for the first time, the fear softened. It revealed an answer Jake had overlooked. "I'm here to remind you how much this matters to you. I'm here to help you prepare." In that moment, Jake realized his fear wasn't punishing him. It was guiding him. Through fear, the universe was saying, "This path is meant for you, but you need to work toward it, not hide from it." From then on, whenever the fear showed up, Jake welcomed it as a loving message from the universe. He asked himself, "What can I learn here?" and allowed the fear to sharpen his focus, strengthen his resolve, and push him forward. And you, too, can begin to see fear in this way, as a loving nudge from the universe. Ask yourself now, is there a fear in my life that keeps repeating? Something that feels stuck or unresolved. Perhaps it's fear about a relationship, a career path, or a dream you've kept hidden. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to softly ask, "What are you trying to teach me, fear? What is the universe asking me to learn?" Breathe deeply into that question. And listen not with your mind, but with your heart and body. Because the answers often come as feelings, as small inklings, or as soft whispers of inner wisdom. Here is one truth to carry with you. The universe does not send fear to punish you. It sends fear to free you. Free you from limiting beliefs, self-doubt, or patterns that no longer serve your highest good. By listening to the message behind fear, you align yourself with the flow of life. Instead of resisting, you allow yourself to be guided. Think of it like learning to sail. Fear is the wind that shifts and changes. If you resist the wind, you feel stuck, or worse, you capsize. But when you learn to adjust your sails, to move with the wind, not against it, you begin to glide forward. You arrive at places you couldn't have reached without it. Tonight, as you lie here resting, think about the ways the universe might be speaking to you through fear. Perhaps the lesson is to trust yourself more. Perhaps the lesson is to let go of what no longer serves you. Or perhaps the lesson is to step boldly into the unknown, knowing you are deeply supported. Whatever the message, trust that it is here to guide you, not harm you. The universe is always on your side, lovingly pointing you toward your highest path. As you breathe in now, feel yourself soften. Say quietly in your heart, "I trust the messages of the universe. I welcome the lessons fear brings. I am ready to grow." Breathe out slowly, releasing resistance. Feel the gentle calm washing over you as you rest, knowing you are being guided every step of the way. You are safe. You are loved. And every fear you face is helping you move closer to the life you are meant to live. Let the universe hold you in its arms tonight, guiding you softly into peace. Rest now, dear one. Everything is unfolding as it should. Embracing this cosmic guidance, we come home to a vital truth. You have the power to choose how fear shapes your life, and that empowerment is the key to true freedom. Chapter 10, Your Power Over Fear. We've spent this journey learning about fear, how it's a teacher, a messenger, and even a guide on your soul's journey. But now, it's time to explore something truly transformative, your power over fear. Yes, fear is a natural part of life. It rises and falls like waves. It brings lessons, gifts, and messages from the universe. But even so, fear does not control you. Fear does not define you. You hold the power in your hands and heart to shape how fear lives in your life. Take a moment now to reflect on this. How often do we tell ourselves that fear is in charge? How often do we let the fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty stop us from living fully? For many of us, fear feels like a cage, a force that limits what we dare to dream or what we dare to do. But here's the truth, a truth that's both freeing and empowering. Fear only has as much power as you give it. Imagine for a moment that fear is like a shadow. A shadow can only exist when there is light shining. Without light, fear has nothing to cling to. This means that even if fear feels overwhelming, it depends on you, your thoughts, your energy, your focus to exist. You are not powerless before fear. You are the light, and you hold the power to decide how brightly or how softly you shine. Let me share a story of someone stepping into their power. There was a woman named Clara. Clara had always dreamed of writing a book. She imagined helping others with her words, sharing stories of courage and wisdom. But every time she sat down to write, fear whispered, "What if I'm not good enough? What if no one reads it? What if I fail?" For years, Clara froze. Fear felt so big, and she felt so small. But one morning, Clara decided to face her fear differently. She sat quietly, breathed deeply, and whispered to herself, "I am not my fear. I am the creator of my life." In that moment, Clara realized that fear didn't control the pen in her hand. She did. Fear might linger in the background, but it was Clara who held the power to take the first step, to write the first word. And so, she began. Her heart still fluttered, her hands still trembled, but she wrote anyway. Slowly, each word became easier. Each page became lighter. And one day, Clara finished her first book. Her power didn't come from erasing fear or making it disappear. Her power came from deciding that fear would accompany her, but it would not lead her. You can do the same. Your power over fear doesn't mean fear will vanish completely. Instead, it means fear becomes smaller, quieter, less able to stop you. How do you step into this power? It begins with one clear truth. You are not your fear. This truth, though simple, is deeply freeing. Fear is a feeling. It moves and shifts like clouds in the sky. But you are the sky. You are steady, vast, limitless. Fear comes and goes within you, but it cannot define you. Take a deep breath now. Feel the fullness of this truth. I am not my fear. I am greater than my fear. I am the creator of my life. When fear arises in your life, try this powerful practice. 1. Pause and recognize that you feel afraid. No judgment, just notice. 2. Name the fear softly. For example, this is fear of rejection, or this is fear of the unknown. 3. Remind yourself kindly, this is just a feeling. I am not this fear. 4. Take one small action, even with the fear still present. Let action be your gentle reminder that you are in charge, not fear. Let's take an example. Say your fear arises before an important opportunity, maybe a new job or a conversation you've been avoiding. The fear might tell you loudly, "What if I fail? What if I can't do this?" In that moment, you can recognize the fear, name it. This is my fear of failure. Then, instead of letting it stop you, take one small action. Write your application, make the call, speak your truth. Each action you take, no matter how small, reminds fear that it doesn't have the final say. Think of it like walking across a bridge. Fear may walk beside you, whispering doubts. But each step forward proves that you are the one walking. You are making your way forward, one step at a time. As you listen to these words tonight, allow yourself to feel your own power. Your fear may show up, but it is not bigger than you. You have the power to greet fear with kindness and curiosity. To listen to its message, but let yourself decide what comes next. You have the power to take one small step forward, even when fear tries to hold you back. Your power is not loud or forceful. It is quiet, steady, and grounded in truth. You are not a victim of fear. You are its master. And the life you dream of, the love, the joy, the freedom, is already within your reach when you reclaim this power. Dear listener, as this journey comes to an end, let's reflect on what we've discovered together. Fear is not something to be feared. It is a teacher. It is a signal, a messenger, a whisper from the universe urging you to grow. Fear is not your enemy. It walks beside you, not to block your way, but to show you where to go next. Fear does not control you. You control fear. There will always be moments in life when fear arises, moments of change, uncertainty, or challenge. That is the nature of life. But now, you are no longer the person who runs from fear. You are not the person who suppresses it or fights it. You are the person who pauses, breathes, listens, and welcomes fear as a friend. You are the person who asks fear, "What can I learn from you? What are you trying to show me?" You are the person who steps forward anyway, leading with courage and love. Because here is the truth, the final thought to hold close as you rest tonight. Behind every fear lies freedom. Behind every fear lies growth. Behind every fear lies a new version of you. Stronger, wiser, more open to life. All you have to do is take the first step. The universe will guide you, and fear will walk beside you, quietly cheering you on. Now, as you drift gently into slumber, take one last deep breath. Feel the calm spreading through your body. With each breath, let go of the heavy parts of fear. Thank it for its lessons, for its guidance, and let it rest softly in your heart. Say quietly to yourself, "I am safe. I am loved. I am stronger than my fears." Feel the warmth of this truth surrounding you like a soft blanket. You are exactly where you need to be. Rest in the knowing that your life is unfolding perfectly. Good night, dear listener. Sweet dreams on your journey of growth, love, and courage.